for staying with us. 16 seafarers from Indonesia, Korea and Vietnam now want the government's help to repatriate them back to their countries after they were abandoned by their employer in Mombasa 8 months ago. The seamen docked at the port of Mombasa in March and have been living inside the vessel since. And TV's Coast Affairs reporter Kevin Mutai also now tells us that the seamen cannot leave the ship as their documents are not valid.
NTV has established that 16 seafarers have been stuck at the port of Mombasa for the last 8 months. They were allegedly abandoned by the employer, who has reportedly gone missing, leaving them stranded with no food and other essential supplies. The seamen, who have been on board a Kenyan-flagged vessel christened Are Horakti, are said to be from Indonesia, Korea and Vietnam. The crew has been conducting fishing activities in Kenya's territorial waters but was forced to dock at the port after being stranded. They have now run out of food and other resources and are depending on well-wishers. The seafarers cannot abandon the ship because their documents are no longer valid, with some reported to have no valid contracts. NTV also understands that 6 crew members from Indonesia had been issued with 1-year contracts which are now nearly expired. The international body taking care of affairs of the seafarers, Stella Maris, is now concerned over the wave of abandonment, calling on the maritime industry to intervene and address the issue. According to the International Labour Organization database, 57 ships have been reportedly abandoned in 2021 alone. In 2019, 11 seafarers were also abandoned at the port of Mombasa for more than a year. The Syrian nationals would later be allowed to sell the ship by a Mombasa court, pay their salaries and travel back to their families early this year. The latest victims are calling for help from the maritime regulator in the country to end their suffering and take them back to their respective families. Kevin Mutai, NTV.